Hey, we live? You there, Zach?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I got you.
There we go. We're streaming live at the same time. I got my face on. There's no hidden mask. I'm here. It's crazy. All kinds of great stuff. Yeah, man. Tonight is about PulseSwitch.io, everything I'm building. It's also a show space so anyone can come up, promote their project, all kinds of great stuff. I'm super excited, man. I dropped some alpha today, some heat, all kinds of great stuff. I don't know if you want to get into a little bit, Sylvester, about what PulseSwitch is while I set this thing up here. And we got someone that said hi. Hi, Jacob Boski 2018. It's crazy to live stream. So used to hiding behind a PFP like a little bitch. So I'm putting my face out there now. I'm excited. But yeah, let's get into some PulseSwitch, crypto market. Everything's tanking. I told everyone to stable up. No one listens to me. That sucks. But at the end of the day, you know, there's great aspects of this journey we call life, and through times, you learn to do certain things, and when things are excited, everyone's euphoric, it's time to sell, and when everyone's down and crying, it's time to buy. It's really that simple. But within all that time, I am building an epic platform. Yes, we're on X right now, but soon we'll be hosting these on PulseSwitch. So give it over to my co-host a little bit. Sylvester, what's going on, Sylvester?
Oh man, I got some energy even though I've been up for about 18 hours now. So the grind is real. We don't stop. Zach's doing his coding. I'm dumping concrete. We're all out here every single day putting in the work. And if you haven't seen the work, go get on pulseswitch.io and create your free account. And you'll see the stuff that's been being built. And it's coming out daily. That's what I think is the most bullish about this platform is, he's taken input from community members, and as soon as the suggestions made, it's like less than 24 hours later he's popping out the update. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing to see somebody in this space actually delivering what they say they're going to deliver. So I'm mega bullish on Pulse Switch. I'm absolutely fired up about what is going on, and seeing the members and users grow on the platform has been amazing. We've had a great uptick in users, people signing up and creating their free accounts, and we have the next 1,000 users get free premium. So what are you doing? Go join, get a free premium account, and become a member on the platform and be a part. Just be active. This is an opportunity for us to actually take crypto to social media and really create an opportunity for all of us to spread the word about this platform, which will intrigue people into the crypto sphere. I mean, we're missing out on a lot of people in the world in this industry. And if we sit in our own echo chamber, we're never going to reach them. We have to take something new to them. And I believe Pulse Switch is that something new that's going to actually drive this market forward, and kind of attract new users. And they don't even have to be crypto users. Just go out and tell your family members, hey, create an account on this platform. And then let them see for themselves, because any one of us that has been out here in this space knows that crypto is a great atmosphere. There's great people out here, and it's just a lot of fun. And seeing all the new projects showing up and everything like that, it's absolutely amazing. They won't be able to resist when they get put in front of all the crypto stuff that's going on. So get them in there.
It's you're so right, man. And I built this based off of being pissed off at X's algorithm, right? And it's like, Or I see projects that like get really big and then next day their whole company's gone because, you know, Grok decided to ban their account. So that will never ever happen on Pole Switch. I'm building this for everybody, right? It's not just like, oh my god, go buy Nova. No, it's fuck that. It's really about bringing everyone together, building a massive network, and you showcasing your stuff and you providing your content and you actually getting the exposure. Like there's so many great details. I don't even know where to start. Oh my god. I guess we can start simple. Go to poleswitch.io, sign up for a free account. Whether you're an investor or project builder, it doesn't matter. Once you're signed up, all you have to do is switch, you know, your account when in your edit profile, basically, kind of like X. You can switch it to personal or project. And with project, if you're a premium member, you can actually assign badges to your team members. So if they're on Pole Switch and you want them to be really recognized by your company, you can create, you know, you can throw a little badge on there, your company, and assign it to their profile. It'll be next to their name. And then if they're out there networking with other people, other investors or projects, they'll know they are officially with your company. So on X, you can do that, but it'll cost you $10,000 a year on a business account. I mean, look at, you know, like what they did with the SHIB account. Giving that badge is very, very expensive. So I'm seeing some of the features that I love on X, but I'm trying to give that to everyone for a reasonable price, right? So that's what it's about, building, growing. My God, where did I start? So if you go to the feed on poleswitch.io, it's basically, you know, it's like your source of content. So I created a section for news information that updates every 30 to 45 minutes, gives you like 6 or 7 articles. There's the feed, which is the timeline, what everyone's used to on here. And there's also the reel. So you can upload, you know, like TikTok videos and stuff like that. And today I released an update. Basically, you can earn Nova for putting content out. So at the end of every month, if you want to withdraw what you earned, you withdraw that. On the back end, I can see who's claiming that, and I send you Nova, and you can make money at it. So there's a lot of great features. I can't, unfortunately, you know, do Ethereum, that kind of stuff right now, because I'll go broke in one day if everyone's posting so much content just to drain me financially. But I'm trying to build this platform for monetization for, you know, influencers and projects alike. I mean, a project can be an influencer in my mind. You know, I mean, if you're out there and you got your community pushing it and they're earning points, you're growing, everyone's being seen. It's really a good thing. I mean, people struggle on this platform to build that, and it takes years and years. And it's even harder now. Like if your account gets banned, I mean, it's going to take you forever to get that back. And I was talking when I was in Miami, it was midnight. I was walking back to my hotel and I seen this girl looking at me. And I'm like, all right. And I know where the party's at. She looked at my name tag. She's like, oh, Zach from Subway. What's up? And it was Bitcoin Barbie. And she's like, I got to tell you this. I'm fucking pissed off. My account just got banned tonight. How am I supposed to network and do all this stuff? You know, like my whole pretty much company's underwater. And I go, yeah, I know. Join Pole Switch. So you can wake up tomorrow and your brand still be there. That's what this is about, right? Not the big guy taking over and trying to leech from you. It's really just to provide a source of networking for everyone. I mean, you could be a company, just a regular company, mom, pop, whatever, electrical company, let's say, and you want to advertise on Pole Switch, you can do that. Like this is open to Web 2, Web 3, and I'm building the platform for crypto, right? It is solely based around crypto. It's to bring eyes and attention. So if, let's say, Sylvester gets, you know, his mother's cousin involved and she just wants to come on and kind of understand it, she's going to look at the feed. She's going to look at some of these projects, and maybe they'll go to your community and go figure out what you're all about. So it's really that networking effect that's key, right? It's not always about what you're building or you got the best tech. It's really about networking, who you know and what you know. And I really, you know, I'm going on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X. It's fucking exhausting every day to hit all these platforms. And I'm like, clicked to my head one day and I'm like, maybe I should just build a platform that does everything. so everyone can just stay on one platform. Yes, it's going to be hard to get people off of X to go use it, but within the next week or so, I'm really going to get buckle down, stop releasing so many goddamn updates, and try to get this thing on the Apple Store and get like the app in your hand, right? Because right now it is web based, but I have to figure out all the code, make sure things run safe before I go through that protocol and deal with the Apple developer. So once that's all good, then it will be an app, and it's really just to help everyone. So right now we're running a deal. First 1,000 subscribers, it's free premium for a year. That's super epic. And there's a lot of great things you can do on there. There's education stuff. You can direct message. I'm building something called Networks, which is like Telegram, but with Impulse Switch, so you can create your own community on there. You'll be able to do all your great stuff. Hopefully we can get some bots in there to be able to raid things, all kinds of great stuff for the future. And also I've implemented almost a payment system for what we're doing right now, Spaces, but they're going to be called Live. So you as the host will be able to charge speakers to come up and speak. Speaking of that, feel free to come up. I'm not going to bite your head off. Love to get everyone's feedback or any ideas. Come up. This is an open platform. This is also a show space. So I'm going to say my little, pitch and stuff, and then we'll get on to the showing. But where was I going with this? You'll be able to charge speakers to come up and speak on your space. So you can make money during the time you're spent on these spaces, but they're going to be called lives. And on top of it, I've already built out pretty much the front end. I'm about 98% there. There will be one host, 3 co-hosts, and 12 speaker spots. I'm trying to up X completely. So right now there's 1 host, 2 co-hosts, and I think 6 speaker spots. So we're going to kind of double that. And it's going to be pretty much identical. And you'll be able to post this everywhere, get everyone involved, your community network. That's what it's all about. There's also top profiles page. If the more you post on there, and I see you become a top profile, people can vote for you, and you're going to get seen. There's a streaming bar. And it's really just to give everyone recognition without financially crushing you. That is the goal. So
I think the one thing that you forgot to mention, though, was that the generation that will be pushing crypto is going to be like our kids. So high schoolers, we have 13 through, I'd say, like 18-year-olds that have been being mind washed with these video games and V-Bucks and everything. So, they're not on Facebook. Facebook is ancient days. It's for grandmothers now. They're on TikTok. They're on Snapchat. They're on, the better platforms. Every time I talk, my dogs bark, and I don't know why.
They love it.
So what their goal is, they're not going to go to X. All right. We're on X right now. We're like the outdated generation to them. So we're trying to capitalize on all of those social media platforms, giving them a little bit of everything. But also what I think we really need to do, and I hope that Zach implements this soon, is some kind of video gaming aspect to it, because then that's really going to capture them. Then they get everything they need, so that they're going to skip over X and everything else and hopefully go right to that, because it's going to be tokenized and they're going to use digital currency because that is what they are used to using on their games.
Man, I got a lot of work ahead of me. You want me to build like a gaming aspect? Jesus Christ. I'm not
well, I mean, like think of Parker.
Yeah, I know. Actually, that's like a good idea.
That is the generation that you really have to capture. I got to put this dog out. Hold on.
Wait, you're going to kill our dog?
Oh my God. That's the generation that we really have to capture. And that's really going to make this explode, right? X has really fucked up by putting so many, algorithms into things that, like, even things like the posts that I do, my friends that I'm like following and stuff, they barely see it. It's just like, it's so saturated and so many ads. And, that's the one thing that I like, is that I would rather wait to put something out than make you guys watch ads or have to utilize them for some kind of payment to devs or something. Like, if we can't do it, we're going to figure it out, because that's how we're going to save money and that's how we're going to deliver to you guys. but also, we're reachable. I mean, Zach and I do spaces with Sylvester and Crispy and the rest of the team, Nick, Cyrus, everyone, Skeeter, we're here every week. You can reach us, can you reach Elon right now? No. So, whatever you have for suggestions, I mean, it's cool. Like, just let us know, because it's something that we might not have thought of, but could help your business, your company, or, for you guys to shill.
And
So
yeah, and second of all, retweet the space out. I can't see who's a speaker, so I'm gonna have to rely on you guys to call on people, because all I see is Shelby, Sylvester, myself, and myself. So
again, X, that's X for you. But also, we run these spaces. It is recorded, so we're not. Nothing we say is financial advice, but we always say do your own research, which could mean coming into these spaces, getting to know the community, and asking the questions. So come on up. Don't be afraid to come up as a speaker for questions, or if you have something to show, we're always open to that as well. Because I can't see anyone either now.
it's crazy.
I think we do have Crispy up here with us.
Yeah, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing tonight?
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Yeah, I'm really glad to be here as usual. We just keep talking about Pulse Switch over and over and over, but I don't know how we can't. It's every single day. This man is pretty much dropping something new. And there's so much information to keep up with that. Really, the best thing for you guys to do is just get over there, create an account, and start going through the platform and see everything that there is to offer. There's so much value over there. When you compare it to X, to what's going on now here, like, bottom line, the purple pill isn't working for me. So I can't retweet anything out. I don't know if it's working for anybody else. I also am having problems seeing the speakers. So there's just always seems to be an issue every time we're in a space here. And I don't think it's just for me. I mean, I know I was having issues myself every week constantly, but we're trying to solve the issues that, we're constantly running into here on X, and improving them, and then adding more features and more reasons for you guys to come over there, and there's so many things that are happening right now. Like I said, Zach is just did I rug, guys? I don't know if you heard me or not. Do you guys hear me?
You're
Yeah, we
good.
got you.
Sorry. There's so many things going on, and it's just every day that something's dropped, it just adds more value to the platform. And I think Zach hit it right on the head. We're not doing this just for Nova. This is for everybody in the space, man. This is a way for everybody to get together, for all of us to be basically on the same team, kind of. You know what I mean? We're front running all these institutions right now, where we're trying to set the tone, for the rest of the space. And by starting this platform, it's giving us the opportunity to do just that. There's strength in numbers, and the way the space has been going, for the past year, it's so cutthroat, man. And I'm really tired of it. I really am freaking tired of it. Everybody's out for themselves. Everybody just wants, oh, let's get ahead and screw this guy and screw that guy. We're not about that, man. We want you guys to succeed just as much as we want to succeed. And the only way we're going to do that is if we grow together. So get your asses over there, sign up for a free account, sign up for a free premium account, better yet, and start using the platform. See what we got happening over there. See what's going on, and see how it's going to benefit you and your project, and advance you in this space, and make you more successful in the long run. Because isn't that what we really want? We just want to be successful. You know what I mean? We want the recognition. We want to be able to, this is a chance to be a top influencer on the project, on the platform. It's so early, and that's one of the reasons why Zach's giving out these free memberships. We want you guys to come over there. We want you guys to grow. We want you to succeed. So just come over and check it out, man. That's all we're asking that you do. It's not going to cost you a dime. Just get over there, start using the platform, and I guarantee you're going to see the advantages in comparison to where we are right now on X. And you're going to like it. And once you get over there, you're going to stay. And once some more of these other features that he's building right now drop, it's going to be over the top, man. This is going to be the place that everybody's going to want to be at. I get so fucking excited, excuse my language, just talking about it, because every day there's something new. I can't keep up with all the updates. I honestly can't. And they're just better and better each time. So again, get over there, give it a look, give it a try, and tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, tell everybody, because we want everybody over there with us, man.
Dude, it's crazy. My favorite one was, I think it was the update yesterday, the Revive post. So if you make a post, right, it doesn't get that much engagement. After 2 hours, Ashley AI agent I built basically goes through, looks if it's got low engagement, it'll pop up a button that says Revive. You hit that, and she will generate all new content off of that post, post it again with a new AI image. And based off of her knowledge, she's going to try to get you the most engagement if you failed as a human. So, and us humans, we fail a lot. So it's basically giving you a second, boost on the platform. So it's super exciting. That was a fun one to build. And, it's just crazy. Like little stuff like that. Dude, if X put that out, Elon would look like the hero of the world. I put it out. I'm just a guy making you a sandwich. Let's be honest here, So it's like, it's not even that big a deal. But to me, it's like, holy shit. How can they not thought of any of this stuff? You know what? Fuck them all. I'm taking over the whole world, and I'm bringing everyone with me in a positive direction. Holy shit! We
Let's fucking go.
Johnson up here, my guy.
Let's go.
What's up, Extra Johnson?
I changed the settings to everyone. I didn't know if he knew he accepted the speaker.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I know. What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Terribly wonderful. How are you doing?
Phenomenal.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
I heard you had some fun in Miami, Extra Johnson.
This dude can drink.
I did. I had a ton of fun in Miami. It's good to be seen and good to see everyone.
It was awesome to finally meet you. He's a good buddy of Cyrus's, and they travel down there together, and they had a lot of fun, and they were Zach's chauffeur for the last day. So thank you for that. And
for the last day.
it's just, again, so nice to have these events where you can meet these people in real life, and it just gives a different feel to the whole crypto space. It's not just the phone that you're picking up and doing spaces. Like you have real life connections that you're building for these people now. Like what they look like, what they're requesting, what their life is like, and you're implementing that into whatever you are building for them now. And look at the freaking market. It's disgusting right now. So now is like the perfect time to build all of this for y'all, and it gives you another chance to grow your project. I don't think it's going to be a bear market for very long, but it's just enough time that I think that we can have, like, hit the reset button, build something new like we're doing, build on what you've already started, and then give it a new look or a new perspective by getting on a different platform. You can't do the same old thing and expect different results. You've got to switch it up sometimes.
100%. That's the biggest thing I see. And also the biggest problem I see in crypto is people want to build the tech first and then the user interface second. I think that's where everyone fails. I think you need to build the UI first and then build the tech around that. So basically it's easy for people to use, and then you just provide the technical aspect that not a lot of people see, on the backside. And it's like everyone wants to be the next best tech in crypto. And it's like, okay, that's great. But does anyone know how to use the fucking thing? And if they can't use it, they're not going to use it. They're going to look at it for 5 minutes, move on to the next best thing, which is probably going to be like Coinbase Wallet or something simple. So I think if we make that adjustment in this space, we're going to see this platform, crypto just take off. And I'm going to be here to help all of that. And that's what I want to do.
And like, why should we allow X to monopolize crypto? Like the crypto spaces, like that is asinine. We wouldn't allow one oil company to provide us gas. No, like we need multiple places that we can go that's going to provide multiple avenues for our clients, our co-hosts, our guests. Like, you've got to get community, and without a community, you're nothing. So, we're just trying to help y'all. And, sorry, my dogs.
Dogs and crypto. Jesus, our dogs won't shut the fuck up ever. And I got a dog behind me. I'm up in my studio. I can hear this other dog barking. What the hell's going on today? Is it like Coyote Central or something? These dogs are just crazy.
Dude, I gotta say, Shelby, you brought up community. I think this is one of the biggest things about Pulse Switch right now that people are undervaluing. Like, we all want other people to join our projects, right? So we go to these spaces and we talk to each other, and that's great. But you're overshadowed sometimes in X, and the algorithm doesn't allow you to grow unless you do certain things differently to be seen more. And I think that's the best part about Pulse Switch is, one, every community that's on there is going to get visibility because the timeline is just consistent. It's not showing you just what you want to see and just what you're typically clicking on. Number two, like, I look at my follower count. My follower count has been stagnant for the last year. It goes up like 50 and then drops 50 and goes up 50 and drops 50. And it's just stagnant. And no matter how many spaces I go into, no matter how much I network, no matter how much I post, it doesn't matter unless you get some sort of massive recognition from, a bigger influence or something like that. But on Pulse Switch, it's like a fresh start. We get the opportunity to grow and be seen by everybody. And if we continue to bring communities in, that's how we're going to grow our communities for our projects. We're cross networking. And on X, you're overshadowed because everybody wants just their project to be the best and they don't pay attention to anything else. But on a brand new social media platform, everybody's going to see what's going on, and you're going to have the visibility that you deserve as a community. So I'm absolutely optimistic about where this is going and where it's heading, because we're sort of building our own cult, but instead of being surrounded by around a token, we're surrounded and supporting a platform that supports all tokens. So that's the dividing factor. That's the factor that's going to create a much more successful project for you by getting onto a new platform and meeting people that maybe you don't see in the space on X. That's where the value is going to come from. You need to reach people outside of your echo chamber. And if you're going on X and continuing to talk to the same people in your echo chamber, you're not meeting anybody new. So go on to a new platform, bring new people into it, and allow them to mingle and talk with other people and see other posts from other projects that they don't typically see on X.
100%. And every premium member gets an analytics page I built for them. So I was just looking at mine. I have more views and interactions on Pulse Switch than I do on X, and I post more on X than I do on Pulse Switch. That tells you how much the algorithm is fucking you on this platform. I'm not trying to diss it because we are using it to host spaces, but like at the end of the day, if you're really trying to grow a massive network, sometimes it's okay to get outside of your circle and your bubble and just keep going. Like, it's crazy too. It's like the worst thing you can do for yourself is not try and try harder. And if you're doing the same thing and you're expecting a different result, it's not going to happen. Like, things have to change. And am I complaining?
No, I was just gonna piggyback off of what Sylvester said. I mean, it really reminded me of like even Telegram. Pulse Switch combines X and Telegram in a way where, like, sometimes you go into these groups, which is great because you can have a conversation with like-minded people for a specific project that you're all invested in. But the problem is that you can't say anything else. So you got to bite your tongue a lot, and like, you can't shill another project, or you can't talk about anything else that you might be invested in, or they'll ban you or whatever. And that is what we're trying to stop. because that is how you build community, by having these conversations. You need to be inquisitive. You need to ask the questions. You need to be open to new and different possibilities. So like, you know, what we've known in the past that has become so embedded into our minds as crypto investors, like, forget it. Like, we are trying to blow open these doors, break down the walls, and really say like, hey, like, this is how we should be operating. Why are we so secretive? You know, we need to show everyone, like, you know, like, this is the future. This is where everyone is leading towards, and we're here to help you, not prevent you from seeing other things than just the one project that we might want you to.
100%. You can't do this yourself. I don't care who you are. You bring people into your own Telegram. You know, this is the problem with Telegram. Once you're in your own channel, no one knows about it other than the people in that channel. And right now, crypto Twitter runs everything. And what if Elon tomorrow says, you know what? Yeah, government hates me, and I shouldn't really do it. Let's stop posting crypto content. Boom. Grok starts banning accounts, blocking everything. You just wasted years of your life. So I'm trying to get ahead of the curve and offer another platform. There's Instagram. I mean, things are opening up a little bit, but it's very difficult when you got to go to all these different programs. And oh my God, I just fucking made one video today and I was trying to post on like 10 different things and it took me like half a day. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, just takes forever. And this is what influencers and people go through. Like, it's a lot of work, you know? So I'm like, I got to build a platform that does everything all in one. So pretty much we're there. It's got to perfect a few more things, but it's always a building opportunity. And I've delivered this in 3 months, and it takes most freaking, I don't know, platforms or projects to even think about something for 10 years. It's crazy. It just boggles my mind. Like, I was bitching about X, and now all of a sudden he's fixing all of this stuff, or he's trying to. My algorithm's still messed up on X. I don't see any stuff I saw months ago. It's crazy. I see weird girls jumping off the trampolines and stuff. And that's not what I look at. I look at crypto stuff on here. If I want that, I'll go look at Shelby jumping off of the bed. That's my joke for tonight. Okay, not that funny. Dad joke. But anyways, I'm super bullish. Feel free to come up, grab the mic. We don't bite. We want to hear about your project. This is also a show space. So request the mic. I want to hear what project you have and why I should invest in it. Let's go. Sylvester, anyone want to take on the mic?
Yeah, buy some fucking Nova because now you can earn it on Pulse Switch. Did you guys see the update? I'm just saying, you can earn Nova while hosting spaces, charging, you know, people for coming up as a speaker is coming once the spaces go live. Like, there is so much to look forward to. Talk about, you know, finding different ways to generate revenue. Well, Pulse Switch is going to be that for you as an influencer, and I'm bullish on it, and it's powered by Nova. So now you're going to be able to earn Nova, which means people are going to have to buy Nova in order to, you know, pay for the opportunity to speak in your spaces, which means it's a driving factor for creating movement and volume on our chart. And I just want to give you guys a little bit of alpha here. Come December, the push is on. When middle of December to the end of December hits, we're off to the fucking ground running. And I am going to make sure that we are going to see some big things happen going into the new year. I promise you that. This isn't me just typing up Nova. This is me telling you because I want you to be in early with us. And I'm not saying go drop, you know, a full porta bag. I'm saying just have some exposure to the project and it'll benefit you. And then get on Pulse Switch and become a part of our community. Because of a lot of our community members like to find other projects. And a lot of the ones that come up here on our stage, we invest in. We join their communities and we help push them. You know, there's so much value that you can get out of these spaces and out of our platforms that we're providing. So definitely get on there and grab a bag of Nova.
Let's go. I think we should have a moment of silence until someone comes up and chills.
We should have a moment of silence for Bitcoin.
Yeah, where the fuck are all the Bitcoin maxis out there? Now you're not hosting any spaces. Yeah, what now? Exactly. I'm live streaming. I know you're watching me because you didn't want to come in the space, but I'm going to tell you this right to your face. You're a little pussy because you host a space when it's hot. But now that Bitcoin's going down, you cry in your mama's basement. Oh, Bitcoin's the only best asset to hold. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, I'm just having a little fun. But no, seriously, where the fuck are all the Bitcoin spaces now? Now that Bitcoin's retracing. Yeah, I told you fuckers to stable up, not financial advice. Zach from Subway Advice. We're having some fun tonight. It's Friday night. I'm drinking water in my coffee cup if you're watching on the live stream. I swear it's water. But yeah, man, I'm loving it. Extra Johnson, what are you investing in right now? Nothing. Love it. Is there any project out there that wants to shill?
I'm inviting some people, so give it a minute. I think some people are going to show up. But we got Chester on the mic now. I don't know if you can see him. And looks like Postman's requesting. The space is about to heat up. Oh, and we got Shibbles. Holy shit! Everybody's requesting
Thank
all
God.
at once. Bring
Holy
them up.
shit.
Let's get the fucking show on the road. Thank you, guys.
Am I on the mic or what?
You're
Yeah.
on.
I'm coming up to shill. I guess I want to shill some pull switch. Is that what I need to do?
You show whatever you want.
Oh God, I just wanted to throw it out there, man. I've been thinking about it, and it's like, okay, get over to pull switch, check it out. I'll admit 100%. I created my profile when it launched, and I haven't been that active. And I
That's a personal problem.
yes,
You're
yes,
not
it is.
active on X either.
It's a personal scheduling problem between myself and crypto. And the amount of time I have to be active in this space. And I end up jumping into spaces late at night and starting conversations that I can't keep up with because I'm worked my ass off all day and I lay in front of my wood stove baking and start arguments that I can't keep up with. But anyways, back to pull switch. Here we go. Oh, we got I'm just thinking back to the history. Oh, everybody's mentioned TikTok and Facebook. Shelby mentioned Facebook earlier, and it's like the fading gasping for air, like of like our generation, and the next generation is looking for something else. And is pull switch going to be it? Well, hopefully, maybe benefit all of us here, and to anybody else that's like wondering if they should open an account. Well, I think so, because all of these platforms, all of these social media experiences like started from nothing. Like look up the history of Facebook and TikTok if you haven't seen like what was that movie, the movie Face Meta or something, The Social Network. That it was a great movie, but it brought you back to the fight between what's his face and the Winklevoss, brothers, and how he just like slipped it right out from under them, in one night in a dorm room. And like Facebook started, literally just as a tiny little group that we're in right now. So if you're here, consider this the Harvard community of crypto. Like I don't hold any crypto right now. I fucking sold it all. Like every single little bit. Except for my Nova chain. It's the only thing left in my bags. And I'm about to restart buying again. I sold things at losses. I sold things in gains. Does it level out? Not really. So anyways, that aside, back to Facebook. Started in a tiny, not a tiny community. It's Harvard University. Spread like wildfire. And it took 2-3 years for that to get out of that small community, and explode over the next 10 years into the fucking mass that it is now. Like the money making social experience to it. Like, you keep in touch with everybody. I'm not gonna go on about Facebook. We all know what it is. And TikTok started similar. Like, look up the history of TikTok. It was like just a little dance network, and then like then it was like a karaoke thing or something. It was all like dance oriented. Like, when I remember TikTok, I was like, I don't know, sign up for TikTok. It's just everybody doing their little dances, the little videos, or picking their favorite song and doing a little shake their ass, a little whatever. And that's where it started. But look where it is now. So everybody in this room and everybody that's been paying attention to what Zach's been doing, and Sylvester and the rest of the Nova Chain team and community that have been building this thing, are like, we're not all there yet because we're putting our time into building it, coming up with the new ideas. And like, it's best to get in there now, get in early. Like, you have the chance of a first of 1,000 people to just get the premium membership. And a year from now, like, I can't imagine, after we go through, our marketing and all the other plans coming up, like, what this will be. It'll be fucking amazing, is what it'll be. It'll be the new space. We'll attract everybody from X. That's how the social media goes. Look at the history of all of it. It's like looking at a crypto chart. Go back to MySpace. Like, my first social media thing was MySpace. Where did that go? Everybody was there. Boom, Facebook came out. Took years. And then the flood went there. And MySpace, died. I don't think Facebook at this point is going to die. Like, they've created a company. So essentially what I'm saying is, like, we're on the ground floor right now. You got, like, Zach, chime in. How many users on Pull Switch right now?
I think we hit 145 today, or 147.
Imagine being the 146th person to join Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or MySpace is dead. Let's leave that one aside. But Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, they're not going anywhere.
And think about this, Chester. I like 30% of them, I don't even know who they are. So they must be coming from projects, communities. So they're cross networking. I'm just hitting all free premium memberships right now till we hit 1,000. And it's crazy. It's growing like wildfire. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but you go out there and try to get 145 people in a small amount of time to get on your platform. As long as you offer, this is the key to life and success. Help other people. If you help other people, it comes back tenfold. If you try to extract and kill everyone, it's bad karma and it's bad money. I swear to God, it'll come back to haunt you. So just do good for people, see people grow, and it's like, this space is crazy. Like, it's very small network, crypto Twitter, and you get the big profiles, right? And then they have a medium network, and then you get the projects and then the small community. If you can get all of them on board and networking and move each other, you'll see tokens, moon, you'll see all kinds of stuff without needing the cabal and the big institutions. It will happen. I mean, TikTok's huge, Facebook's huge. That's why I'm building this for crypto specifically. So just imagine being so super early. And this isn't really a token. This is a social networking platform for you guys. And I got the ultimate goal at the end. That's going to be super epic. But yeah, no, I mean, just like you were saying, Chester, imagine being super early to something. Like, I can't wait. And we're just going to keep growing and building. As long as I'm alive, we're good to go.
Well, Zach, don't drown.
I won't.
There's big waves out there, riptides, all sorts of shit. It's a crazy world.
Yo, Postman, you got to give it to us real quick. Come on. You know what I want to hear.
Oh, wait,
You
I
know
got
what I
one
wanna
other
hear.
thing. I said I sold all my crypto. I also didn't. I only hold a couple little things right now, but one of them is WAN. I didn't sell my WAN token because there's only fucking one of them, and I didn't want to get rid of it.
So if you're not holding WAN and you're not holding Nova, your bags went down because Chester fucking sold.
Exactly. Tank the fucking market. I
He's
didn't give a
probably the
shit.
47 wallet.
I mean, it was either sell it or give it to Trump. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Somebody
what's everyone's plan right now? Okay, like I know Zach has been preaching stable up, stable up, stable up, which I mean, we do what he says because he's
Hell
like the
no.
crypto god around here. But like, what is your plan right now with the market being the way that it is? Like, what is your today's plan? What is your long-term goals?
Hold until it fucking goes to zero or it goes up. And until it does either one, keep fucking buying. It's not the first rodeo for most of us or some of us and all that other shit. You can do it Zach's way, you can do it Chester's way, or you can just do it whatever way makes you feel better about how you're doing it. If you did it right, you didn't overinvest. It's not money you can't lose. And if you put money in you can't lose, well, sorry to say it, you're stupid. Because never do that. I'm a salty old fuck. I can get away with saying shit. And
I
I've
love
met
Crypto Postman.
I met Zach in person. If you want to meet somebody that you can see in their facial expressions, the way they move, the way they act, the way they talk, and believe that they're going to do something they say they're going to do it, I met that person. That is Zach Subway. He is more driven than anybody I've seen ever. And I've met a lot of people in my years and shit like that. And he's a go-getter. He really is. I mean, he's actually got me trying to figure out how to goddamn use a computer so I can join fucking Pulse Switch because the fucking thing won't let me do my email the right way. But I will get it done because if I don't, I'll call him up and say, Zach, help again. And he'll be there to help you because that's one thing Zach does. And if he can't do it, well, I'll just say, put Shelby on the phone because I know she's really the backbone of the whole system. She'll help me because I know Shelby loves me and just will take care of me. But again, buy some fucking Nova. Pulse Switch is going all the way up. It's going to blow the shit out of X because X sucks. We all know it. Anybody on this space knows it. So what are you waiting for? Like Sylvester always says, what are you waiting for? Let's fucking go.
Take it away, Shibbles. We know you
What are
got
you
something.
waiting for?
We know
What are
you
you
got something
waiting
good.
for? Go. Happy Friday, guys. A lot of good stuff there. Really, really good stuff. I think Pulse Switch, as I put in the post, I think that's awesome. Good job, Zach, Shelby, everybody involved. I think that's a great idea and awesome direction to go in. Definitely get your Nova, get on Pulse Switch. I got to agree with a lot of sentiments that Chester had too. The time, as most people, anybody that knows me, I don't have really a lot of time to be in the spaces as much, but do the best I can, obviously. And I wanted to share some news in regards to my project, Juan. Again, awesome, Chester, that you still hold. Appreciate that. To the few that are out there, there is only one in existence. Creates a very high price market. It was worth more than Bitcoin at launch. So really fun. Come check it out. And I have something in the works in like a bigger. So I already have the game like the Flappy Birds cloney type of game, very simplistic. But I have a bigger game, fully fleshed out, like an adventure game coming to probably coincide near the release of GTA 6. So a while away, big though, and some other things to come around in the same amount of time, I would say. So still working in the trenches and still going. That's it. Happy Friday. Let's go.
Let's go. I still hold my Juan. I bought and I never sold. I'm holding Juan forever.
That's the way to go, man. I like to hold my Juan too, especially if I'm looking at some.
You guys are crazy.
How many do you guys have?
Juan.
I
Well,
have
it's not a whole Juan.
I don't know. There's at least 3 Juans in my company that I hang out with every day.
Well, on a side note, I gotta give my one joke. Zach had his little daddy joke. I gotta give my one joke, and more appropriate than usual. But if we want to get inappropriate, just give me the green light and we'll go. But the FBI, right? We always look at the FBI. It's always run by men, right? And it's like the FBI is supposed to figure out the deep down, the nitty gritty, get to the bottom of things. Put women, instead of trying to make Hillary president, make her the head of the FBI, and I guarantee you everything will be found out, because we all know that women can get to the bottom of it and get whatever dirt they're looking for. That's my 2 cents. That's my joke. Peace out.
Speaking of that, we got 69 people watching on the live stream right now, and I know that number is special to Shibbles because that's what he does with himself every day.
This is
Oh
very
my
true.
God. We love Shibbles. We love to bust his balls a little bit because we love him so much. He's been with us for years. Shibbles has like been with us through thick and thin. Same with Cyrus. I mean, they're fun. But it's true. While Zach was in Miami, I went and I watched pretty much every murder mystery show. Like I was an expert by the time he got back, and I was like watching his every move. I'm like, why are you in the middle of a lake? Do I need to call someone to rescue you in an alligator somewhere?
Good time.
But it's fun. It's yeah.
We got some other speakers up here. I'm trying to bring up Deep 3 also. I don't know what the fuck is going on with X.
Deep throat. Now, and I wanted to add on to Crypto Postman's point. Again, without riding too hard on the D man here, but Zach is an absolute professional, and we had such a great time. We went to a hockey game. So again, out of all the people in the space, for anybody out there unaware that you've never met anybody on here or the crypto projects, I can attest as well that Zach is definitely a stand-up guy, is a stand-up father, and just a really down to the level dude, as Postman was alluded to. I was just doubling up, just giving you your flowers, fucker. There you go.
Jesus.
Don't make his head too big, okay?
Yeah, I don't want that. None of that.
Oh yeah. I already have to like bring him down to earth every morning. I gotta yell at him a little bit. So he and I share an office, detached, like it's not attached to our house. And we go up there, and I like do like my stuff. He does his stuff, and like probably looks like a crime scene board because we're like, oh yeah, let's do this, and then let's do this, and then let's do that, and it's like a very unconventional way of working. But he really does put y'all first. He will put you guys first before his family sometimes, which, in the long run, like I see what he's building, and, we want it to be big. I mean, it's just so funny because like we'll go to like hockey games and school events and stuff. And like little do they know, they're like sitting next to someone who is literally building like the next social media platform. They have no clue. Like he is like, his brain is working 1,000 miles a minute. Even at night, he like whispers things in like his sleep. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, oh, I got to do that tomorrow on Post Switch. I'm like, oh, here we go.
It's so fucking true. Or I'll wake up out of bed and go do it. Like, because if it comes to me, it's like some of the best ideas just randomly pop up if I'm walking around neurotically. That's what happens in my head. But as you can see, I mean, that's what it takes, really. Dedication. There are days I don't want to do it, but I still do it. And that's what it takes, really. It's just dedication every day, all day. It's not easy. I mean, if everyone could do it, everyone would be doing it, right? So, and that also goes to projects. I mean, there's a lot of dedication behind running a project too. If you're the dev, and you get that Wen Moon guy in there that fucking sits on the couch, eats ramen noodle soup, and wants their token of moon. Well, they make the dev do all the work. And I feel for you guys. So it's all together. Toast to them and tell them to go fuck off and get your ass off the couch and do some goddamn work. That's my bitching for tonight. I'm here for the dev.
What's up, everybody?
We got
Happy
Cyrus.
Friday.
What's up, Cyrus?
I heard a lot of words said, a lot of things, and I don't even know where to start. But one thing I didn't hear anybody in here mention is that I'm a person and I hear something like, oh, it's free. And my first thought is there's no such thing as free. That means I'm the product. And that's not necessarily true with Pulse Switch. When you sign up over there, it's not going to ask for all this weird personal information. Use a burner email account. Check it out. It's not going to ask for your phone number. It doesn't need all these like intimate details. It's free to set up an account. Somebody asked what I'm thinking about the market right now and strategy. So I'm in the same, I see the same charts as everybody else. A lot of red, a little bit of green, not so much green in the things that I'm into, but a lot of bit of red. And I've been building some really interesting positions and things. I followed Chester's lead there. I sold a lot of stuff. I didn't completely sell out, but I sold a lot of stuff. And I have all this like cash sitting on the sidelines, and I've been doing like little buys of stuff. And I just started getting into XRP recently. Got a nice little score under $1.90 earlier. I felt pretty good about that. It's like $1.88 or something. And I do plan on buying some more. Don't think it's going to 500 like everybody else does, but you're going to 3 or 4x off of it. And yeah, buy some WAN. Everybody else is shilling WAN. I'll shill some WAN. I mean, there's only one token. Nobody cares if you buy it. The community's small. It's like me and like 6 other people. Join the Telegram. It's a lot of fun.
It's
Don't
true.
buy
They
it.
could
Who
be
cares?
if they get in there, they could be number 8 or number 9. It's so yeah. And I forgot about it earlier too. One big huge thing behind Juan lately is I felt more of the power of God. He's behind it in general, and I have even more faith than I've ever had that Juan is destined for the promised land. Straight up.
Shibbles, you mentioned jokes before, and I got one for you. And this may be appropriate, it may be inappropriate, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So two priests are walking down the street, and a cop walks up and says, "Hey, we're looking for child molesters." The priests stare at each other, and they look back at the cop, and they go, "We'll do it." That's it. But anyway, speaking of priests, we do have Pastor Kelby up here, so I hope I didn't offend you. But what's up, man?
Not that kind of pastor, thankfully. But hi, everybody. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Man, I woke up breathing and on the right side of the dirt, so I'm the greatest day of my life. Appreciate you guys letting me up. I've actually never seen this space or talked to any of you guys, I don't believe. So I'm happy to be here. Yeah, I guess what's the format? What do you guys do?
Anything goes that's beyond the blockchain.
Cool. Well, I guess I'll tell you about myself then. My name's Kelby. Obviously, I've been in this space since March 16th, 2021. I accidentally fell into buying SHIB at like a 30K market cap, and it changed my life. And so I kind of quit my job and been doing this every single day since. But whenever I saw SHIB do what it did, obviously, I watched Ryoshi real closely, and I kind of like it inspired me to become a developer. So since then, I've been a part of a lot of different projects or tried to start my own, and I kind of try to come from like a community first, some of the parts are greater than the whole, perspective. And so last year I started this project called the Church of the Smoking Chicken Fish. I found this image of a fish stuffed into chickens, the whole smoking a cigarette on Reddit. And I said, I just knew the second I saw it, I was like, oh my fucking God, I've never seen anything so beautiful in my entire life. And so I immediately, of course, had to launch meme coin for it. But knowing what I know now, I knew that wasn't enough. That wasn't going to be able to capture people's interest for a long period of time. It was funny, but it wasn't like, it didn't have enough, right? And so at the time, Murad, who is a well-known VC Schiller guy, SPX dude. Anyway, you know who Murad is. You know what I'm talking about. He was talking about believing in stuff, and your token needs to be like a spiritual experience, and like it needs to feel like a cult. And there was a moment when I was thinking about this, and I said, "Oh my God, what if we worshipped the smoking chicken fish? What if this was a church about the smoking chicken fish?" And so I knew right then I had gold. And so I wrote the 10 Chicken Commandments, repurposed from B Roots, who maybe you're familiar with. He has a YouTube video called the 10 Shitcoin Commandments. And I really, resonated with that video. So I kind of just repurposed those, and we got to work. And in a matter of 13 days, we went from launch to 187 million market cap on Solana.
Jesus.
It was the most grandiose expression of mimetic energy I've ever seen in my entire life. Never seen anything like it. 13 days is a very short amount of time for me to have deal with that much responsibility that quickly. But it was beautiful. It was amazing. I mean, like it rocked people's worlds. It was cool. And you know, this leads to that. The people that I allowed around me were ended up being greedy, selfish people. And I mean, you know, I'd never been in that position, so I had no tools or resources or experience to fall back on to handle it. And so this led to that drama, all that jazz. So it's a year's passed. And I don't know, I guess like 6 days ago, a friend of mine, he calls me and he's like, he reminds me why I enjoy being a motivational speaker, why I enjoy speaking in front of people, and why the smoking chicken fish was important to begin with. You see, there's this Trojan horse that happens with us where there's the funny, attention-seeking, hilarious, you know, chicken fish, but that's kind of like a wrapper around me being able to read to people from these 7 books, our biblical canon, if you will. And that's the Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Science of Getting Rich, The Magic of Thinking Big, The 4 Agreements, The Greatest Salesman in the World, I think I said that, and The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. And so, like, we just finished The Science of Getting Rich on the Pump Fund stream today, 164 pages, Dunsky's. And, you know, what the laughter and attention getting nature of the chicken fish does is allow me to inject that knowledge and positivity I learned as a door-to-door salesman into the world in the best way I know how. And, you know, earlier today, I had somebody tell me that I'm like, their mentality's completely changed about life and they feel so much better about this or that. It's unimportant what the details are, but my point is that I'm using the platform I can with this to try to leave the world better than I found it. And it worked the first time to a grand degree. So this time I'm just using better experience and hopefully a better team to take it farther than that. And so that's who I am. That's what I do. I am the pastor at the Church of the Smoking Chicken Fish, and I don't really listen. I don't want you to buy it necessarily, unless you're just a gambling guy. You can go ahead. But I hold a church service every day at 6 p.m. Central. All I'd ask is that you come by and you see what I'm talking about, so you know I'm not just some psycho worshiping a chicken fish, right? And when you come by church, you'll get it. If you don't, maybe it's not for you, but most people do, you know? So thanks for letting me talk. That's who I am. I appreciate you. If you want to know any more, just give me a follow and, you know, we'll talk about it.
Love it, man. Put whatever you want up in the Zachatron up there. Dude, that's awesome. I know Sylvester was talking about you, I think months ago. I'm like, I got to meet this guy. I think you had a space the other night I was on listening real quick. Right? Was that right, Sylvester?
Yeah, it was like 2 nights ago. I think I jumped up in the space. And then, you know, guys, just so you're aware, like, I was hosting shill spaces when Pastor Kelby was getting ready to launch Smoking Chicken Fish. And he came into the space and he gave me this whole speech. He starts talking about these 10 chicken commandments. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? This guy's talking about, like, you know, 10 chicken commandments and a church and, you know, starting this whole thing. He actually, like, blew my mind because I faded pre-launch. And then, like, 7 days later, I looked and he was running it up to over 100 mil. And I was like, holy shit, like, this is the real deal. And then I got into some spaces and I listened, and, like, it was amazing the movement that was happening behind this whole church concept. I mean, you think about crypto and the cult movements that actually take off, and this was something bigger than a cult. It was a church. It was something where people like Rao Paul were coming in and they were, you know, reading the 10 chicken commandments. And I was just sitting in the space in awe, like, holy shit. Like, there are some major players that are paying attention to this meme coin. And when I found out that Pastor Kelby was coming back and he was redoing this, I was like, yo, Zach, you got to check this guy out. And first thing I did was the other night I shared the space and you went in and checked him out. And you got to go to the spaces to hear him. Very passionate person. And I believe the community really just vibes and understands that like there's something special about this meet. So the fact that he's back, I'm bullish. I can't wait. I got a bag and I am just going to sit on that damn thing this time because I screwed up the first time around and I'm not making the same mistake twice.
I do want to make 3 small points really fast. One, we moved the service to Pump Fund live streaming because I hired a clipper that works for Pump Fund, and they put me in contact with the marketing director at Pump Fund, and so they've been watching the streams to see like how it goes, and I'm not gonna. I'll let you like think about what that means, right? But nothing official yet, but like we'll see how it goes. The second thing I want to say is that I'm not LARPing. I went and filed my articles of incorporation, my EIN number. I went and got the 501c3 tax exemption using the fast track. I own in real life a church called the Church of the Smoking Chicken Fish. I get mail for it. It's a real nonprofit corporation filed in Texas. So I always like to make that clear. Like I'm not pretending, although it is fun. But I think that kind of makes it go wow for people, right? It's like I went through all the process. I got all my paperwork done. So it's a real church, And then the third thing that I put up at the top is there's a free NFT that we created just so people can feel more part of the congregation. It's free. So and the mint link is there, right? It's a bunch of little chicken fishes running around. It's cool. But yeah, thanks, Sylvester, for letting me come up and talk. I appreciate you guys.
This is awesome. I did hear about you from Sylvester as well. Zach was in your space, but I didn't really listen. I think he had his ear pod in at the time or something, but I was like, ooh, what is this? Definitely get your profile on Pulse Switch now before that name is taken. Completely free. And it just gives you another platform to get your project or community, your church out there. But I'm going to have to give you a follow back.
Here, let me do that right now. I'll find right now just to show up. Anything.
Yeah, and live streams are coming to Pulse Switch soon, so you will be able to host spaces and everything on there as well. I think I sent you the link if you need it. Just go up in the Jumbotron, it's up there. But right now, the premium memberships are free, so you can sign up for Smoking Chicken Fish. And when you go to edit profile, you can actually make it a personal profile or a project profile. So you can label it as a project. It's not going to get banned, deleted. I know you just had your recent Smoking Chicken Fish 2 account banned. And it's like you go through all this effort to create an account and, get visibility and get followers. And then all of a sudden, everything fucking disappears. Like that's something we're trying to prevent in the industry. I mean, we look at all these people and all these projects that go out there and they hustle for years. And then all of a sudden one day and one report of, whatever causes you to lose your account. It's bullshit, especially when you're paying for an account.
Boom, I am signed up. Oh yeah. This is cool, guys. The space needs this, a Web3 native social media platform that isn't garbage, right? Like they've tried this before, but most of them are just half-assed. This looks like really good. This is really well done. So yeah.
Awesome, man. Good to see. And we look forward to you putting some content out there, and the interactions you're going to get from other communities are going to be way more vast than what you get on X because you're limited visibility with the algorithms, everything like that. Like this is all brand new, so everybody on there is going to see your posts and stuff like that. And when you create a project account, you get the opportunity to actually get a top project trendings, so you can get more visibility through that because it's basically crypto based. So definitely glad that you got on there, and look forward to hopefully getting some spaces on there going once they launch. That's going to be the best.
I see Ragnar Shiva has signed up. That's one of the original founding Shiba Inu members.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's the dev, if I'm not mistaken. That's fucking
that's
dope.
Yeah, that's Ragnar. Yep, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yo, question for Pastor. I was just wondering if you ever seen the. I was just thinking about. It's really old John Oliver. If anybody remembers his, I'm not up to date. I used to watch him all the time. Had this amazing one episode on churches. That
How much are you drinking tonight, Chester?
enough.
A lot.
Chester is awesome. He another person that we got to meet in real life, which was awesome. All these people happen to live relatively close to us.
That does not sound good. Be careful out there.
Oh my God. Who is that?
Wow. What just
Just a-
happened?
The answer to your question is 37. I'm not even sure what the question was, but the answer is 37. That is your answer, sir.
Perfect.
Sweet.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just hope that everybody's okay. That sounded catastrophic, like whatever that whole accident sounding noise was.
Who's Rabbi Rothschild?
We're getting some interesting characters
Oh,
in here
yeah.
tonight.
Yeah,
We got someone else, Elder Mage. What's up, Elder?
Hey, what's happening, everybody? I've just been listening to everybody's conversation tonight.
How's it going? What's on your
What's
mind
going on?
tonight?
Lots of stuff. Taking over the world one card at a time.
That's awesome. So I see you're artist, world builder.
Yeah, just one of the several qualifications that falls under my name.
That's awesome.
I'm also an ancient wizard from the year 2150, streaming back to the present to save humanity.
I love it.
But when I find time, I stop into spaces, say hi.
That's awesome. So you have a project, or you're just a wizard?
Yeah, I have a project. Building off the chain for the time being. That's not a forever statement. We just chose to do that to build infrastructure, IRL, with the game stores. But we're taking on trading cards, and it's an industry that's very, very old by modern terms, 30 years old, 30 plus years old, guarded by $6 billion corporate giants, movie houses, Nintendo, Hasbro, Disney. So it's no easy task. And we just launched on Kickstarter a couple weeks ago, and within the first hour, we were funded. We've got a lower backer number, but we're actually outperforming all of the TCGs in our space. We have zero advertising budget, which is why we're not at a higher rate. But yeah, we're growing organically, man. We're building with the community. We're building with a team of artists and pro players, and been networking pretty heavily with the Web3 space, just trying to figure out our path through that technical nuance when we're ready. But like I said, we've been focusing on IRL for the time being. But we've been doing some pretty cool stuff.
That's awesome. Well, you should join on PulseSwitch.io. Just create a free account, promote your stuff over there, man. It's awesome. It's all about networking, like you said. You have to network in the space, and sometimes you got to get off crypto Twitter, got to get on other platforms, and to bring a whole new world of community into your project. So that's what we're about: networking, building everyone together with us to the moon, to the wizard.
So one question I like to ask, and sometimes I get little funny looks back at me when I ask this question, is if you could be any fantasy character, what would you be?
I would be a wet vagina. Wait,
well, that's
I said it out loud?
certainly an option.
Okay, I would be a snake, a rattlesnake. Sorry.
I mean, you have like magical powers. Give me a little bit more here.
Magical? Yes, I would.
Oh yeah.
Magical powers. What would I do? I would make my kids clean my room. I mean, no, clean their room. My room's clean because I got sheltered.
So mind control. You want some mind control?
I want mind control, and I just want a lot of money.
Mind control. It's a mind controlling snake.
Yes.
All right.
I would be
What
Harry
is this,
Potter,
the
so I
Jungle
can talk
Book,
to
Zach?
you.
Yeah, this is beyond the blockchain, man. Anything goes here. This can get crazy.
Wait, we got a Harry Potter fan in the audience.
She's so
Yeah, no, all right. So I would be Harry, and
You'd
so
be
that I
Harry.
could talk
I'd be
to
Potter.
you because you would be a snake. You know, I have to be a parcel tongue
You be Harry Potter, I'll be Harry Balls.
or like Hermione.
But Zach wants his snake to make money.
Yeah, my snake needs kiss its way to
He'd
finance.
show his snake to too many people.
He's like the snake on Jungle Book. He takes your coin purse and then he kind of, tells you lies and manipulates from the right shoulder.
Oh, you gotta have
That
fun in this.
snake is only going to manipulate on OnlyFans.
That's right.
That's
Only snake.
the only way it's going to make money too.
Actually, that's a brilliant idea. I should open OnlyFans on Pulse Switch. Only crypto fans. Oh my god, imagine that. Rebecca's
Well-
Billy Mark.
Change the name. It's now Crypto Fans.
He'll be releasing that tomorrow night.
Yeah, I will. Oh, don't get me started. I'll start on that right after the space. We'll have a whole OnlyFans for crypto coming out tomorrow. Version 1.8.9.2.1.
So your mind control snake is now taking over live streaming.
That's it.
Is that a good summary?
That's
Okay.
exactly right. And we're not going to tokenize it. Absolutely not. We're only going to
No.
accept worthless cash, fiat.
Hmm.
You got to mail it.
Sound move.
You have to mail it.
All right. So some context. Why I asked, what kind of fantasy character are you?
Sure.
We're actually building off a collab squad of content creators, live streamers, folks who just want to grow on social and see where they can reach monetization. And we're building characters out of them, so they get to you go through a little, I have a Google form, asks you, like what kind of species would you want to be? What kind of special power would you want?
Hmm.
In a tasteful way. It's not as simple as I'm saying it, but it's still pretty easy to get through. And then our team, we create the artwork, we create a profile page, we link back to you, and then we turn you into a trading card and put you in our book. And we have a series of comic books coming out in about 6 months. We're starting that process right now and building out the art team for that. But yeah, it's a cool way for us to take the community, take the content creators who want to amplify this brand, but also themselves as we build the network, create real artwork out of them, and immortalize them in our storyline. So it's been a fun collaboration project. It's really starting to take off. So I'd like to extend that offer to y'all. If y'all want to see what it's all about, no purchase required. We build together.
What platform? Like where would we find this now?
Oh, give me a second. Let me ask because I try to be
Pin
polite
it up
in
in there.
Go
spaces.
for it.
May I use the Jumbotron?
Absolutely. The Zach.
All right, I like to
for
ask
everybody.
before I just do it.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
got a-
weird like that.
I got a question for you, Elder.
Sir.
Looking at some of the artwork that you're putting out there, have you ever seen My Name is Mud? And
Why does that sound familiar? Is that an artist?
his is at name mud MUDD.
Terror song.
He's doing some great stuff, kind of similar to you. He has a project
His is
called
NFT based. I think. Are you?
yes, it's NFT based.
Yeah.
But it's dnd721.com. You can find all of what he's doing. But someone that might be beneficial to connect with. You never know what comes from it, but wanted to put that bug in your ear.
DND271.
DND.
DND
Like Nancy.
721.com.
Oh, I mixed up I got dyslexic for a second there. 721. All right. Sweet. I'll check that out.
Yeah, I think you guys have some very similar concepts with artwork and everything like that. Just someone that I think would be great for you to connect with. And that's what
Yeah,
this
because
space is
I'm
kind of
honestly
about.
like we have enough IP to go for an NFT play, and we definitely have the merchandising as a potential way to bake some utility value into the token, some live streaming properties, permissions in the community to get extra spotlight, for example, right? We could have all of that stuff baked into the NFT. It's just I'm technically illiterate when it comes to that stuff, so I would need. And this might be a person of value to help me transition and launch that section of our business model. But I'm also a little shy on the funds at the moment, which is why we took it to Kickstarter. So I see our NFT play possibly being 6 to 8 months out, but I think it's good to lay the framework now, man. It might be actually a good time to start getting that plan together.
But
Absolutely.
at this point right now, is there any place to find it?
Oh, sorry, I was going to post something and then I got off topic.
Oh yeah, I just looked through the jar.
Oh my God. Sorry, guys. I got distracted, and that's the ADHD speaking right there.
I didn't see anything. Somebody
I
called Mud.
squirreled. I got squirreled. Yeah, I got distracted. Well, here, I'll post one of the characters. Let me find a good one for you guys. Go to photos. Here, this is a good one. Yeah. Boop.
It says be on the blockchain. Anything goes.
Yeah. There's one. We got a couple others. Yeah, we had over 150 submit a few months back. We did a small limited batch print run, and we made enough capital to keep things moving, so we just kept growing organically, and we realized we had a scalable model on our hands and also the IP to go to the NFT route. But it's just like, let's one step at a time, so we're just, like I said, focusing on the IRL space, working with comic book stores and game stores and building off that infrastructure, getting that profit or that revenue stream stabilized, starting a gaming network, almost like Uberizing the comic book store industry.
That's cool.
And then we have a lot of a digital play, but I saw a lot of companies, rush too quickly to try to move themselves to Steam, to try to go to the mobile apps. Tabletop Simulator is another one a lot of the early games go to, and it's just like, you got to get the foundation good outside of digital before you try to scale to digital. I think digital is a later play for us, but I want to time it up right, and I think I need the right development team to help me out. So I'm going to definitely look into this contact. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you sharing.
Well, hold on a second. You say scaling to digital, like waiting, but that just got me thinking, like, like as a person that used to buy comic books when they were younger, in the 80s and 90s, and just going through my collection recently with somebody to see if I don't have much, but there's a big market for them now, as well as like older baseball cars, sports cars in general.
Mm-hmm.
And older comic books. I was going through some of my old Marvel stuff. With
you almost don't want to. You almost don't want to touch the older ones.
Yeah,
they're fragile.
Yeah, but like to me, I'm like, it's in the past now. Is it just something I've held on to for 20 years, and it's time to just, if the market's good, I mean, like, what am I gonna do with them? Take them to my grave? Like, flip through them one last time? Don't touch them with your fingers. You can't get fingers on them anymore. Like,
wear the latex gloves. You need the latex gloves and the little page turner.
Exactly. Like, what fucking good? Like, okay, somebody else wants to collect it and not touch it, not read it. It's like,
what was your reaction to my statement about not going digital right away, not rushing that?
Terrible.
Like, well,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you said you wanted to go to paper first. You wanted to put out cards and books, right?
Yeah.
And hold off on the digital. But like, what younger generation or anybody that you're going to get into it is like where could you go to the store to buy it? I mean, it's not like,
oh, okay. So no, I've got a lot of answers that have been stacking up since you started this chain, and I've got some good stuff for you if you're ready.
No, go ahead. I mean, like, yeah, you could maybe order it off Amazon, or I'm out of touch with where I would order.
So check it out. Yes, while it is attractive to launch an app, let's just abstract it to app. It could be any app. It could be a game. It could be not a game. Whatever. Is that you pay once, and it operates relatively cost efficiently and can have infinite upside in terms of in-app purchases. So you build once and the overhead is low and you can have high profit margins. That's the allure of building digital. Problem with a lot of the games and other things like that is that they're going up against hundreds of thousands of other ones, potentially dozens in their own category. And building for sustainability in a market so fragmented is extremely expensive when it comes to cost for acquisition of new players. So instead of competing in that ecosystem of digital, we realized there was already an active sales team. There was already an active industry ready to be Uberized and turned into active salespeople. And that's the IRL local game store or comic book store. Right. So it's a different play because we do see the return to IRL happening in big waves post-COVID, right? People were lonely, people were isolated, and now they're finding their way back to the tabletop. A lot of those things have gone to private homes. People host parties on Fridays. They have people over and they play D&D and all that kind of stuff. But we see the move back to the comic book stores happening in larger waves. And now the big corporate games are responding to that new demand, reemerging from the post-COVID effect. And you see 24 different trading card games, Disney, Hasbro, and all the other brands out there, Yu-Gi-Oh, and there's another dozen that are emerging on Kickstarters and all things like that. But that's market fragmentation. I mean, they're also trying to push to digital really quickly in their product roadmap. And it's like, well, you haven't done the hard work. And this is the big thing I try to draw a circle around for a lot of people is success in the TCG space to get actual market share, not just be a cool brand with a couple 100,000 followers and $1 million revenue stream, but to actually have market share, valuable market share that grows and scales and continues to make your company a success is a very difficult challenge. And it takes the hard work of not only having a good game, and that's one thing that we can get back on in a later tangent of this conversation, is the quality of the game. But the other one is the actual player base. And again, when you go to digital, you're now competing with hundreds of thousands of other hopefuls in that space to try to get the prize. But the TCG market, there's far fewer competitors, and to disrupt this space is not going to be easy. I've gotten a lot of hard no's and a lot of doors closed in my face when I went into comic book stores. But we've got a strategy to work around that because there's already so many. A lot of their responses have been, like the market's flooded with trading card game products. Unless we have people coming in here, our shelf space is very valuable. And
I see a subscription service
for what?
For the game. Cards, books.
People have actually mentioned that in the past, the subscription service. Yeah. Well, we see this a couple factors. One is actual social impact. I know a lot of brands go to market, we'll give 10% to charity, right? They virtue signal, they give off those good vibes, they give everybody hugs, but they have no means to actually execute or sustain a business before they start giving. So they literally don't do anything for a while, talking about how much good they'll do. That's so I want to make clear that, we're going to market, building with the community, building in public, teaming up with charities so that we can raise charitable tournaments and events. And we're also working to restore and rebuild and reinvest into the local game store. So we're taking a percentage of our proceeds, launching red carpet events with the comic book stores and saying, we don't want to be on your shelves yet. We don't want you to purchase our products yet, but we're going to invest in you as a handshake and build out that network the hard way, right? Get their trust, show that we know how to execute these events, and then work in a sponsorship model. The sponsorship model kicks in, the product revenue kicks in, and you have a dual revenue system working to sustain this company as we scale. Then we go to digital. Then we go to the Walmarts longer and further down the road. But in the early days, we work smarter, not harder, by working with the LGSs as salespeople and amplifiers of the brand so that we can hit a more critical mass of global reach. And then once that's sustainable, and we know that we've satisfied the problem of IRL infrastructure, then we can make the leap over to digital. But you see how a lot of those early brands, they skip the hard work stage and they go straight to the shiny prize, which is launch an app, low overhead, high profit margins. But they don't have the infrastructure to do much else. And then they're still facing that problem of competing with hundreds of thousands of other apps. So that's just a long-winded answer to your thought of not going digital early, or was I off the mark with how you were actually reacting to that?
No, man, you blew you blew my mind. Yeah, got it all in there.
Sorry, so
Yeah, no, yeah, everything. Uh, yeah, no, everything's missing that IRL experience lately. It's just you know, you're not going to the comic book store, not going to the CD store. You know, I say
Yeah,
CD
I mean, there's
store,
a
tape
famous
store.
there's a
I literally
semi-famous YouTuber who's taking his hand at the trading card game space. He opens packs of Pokemon. He talks about Pokemon, and all of a sudden he's got a campaign launching his new trading card game. How he gave up his 1 million follower YouTube account, which he didn't, and the game is interesting, but it's not quite the game the market wants. But he's trying to steamroll his influence. And there's another guy who tried launching an NFT play in the real world game market. So they launched a physical product, but if you bought a box of them, you got a coupon for an NFT potentially. 1 out of 4 boxes. So you'd have to buy 4 boxes to get one. And he got kicked off of Kickstarter. They dropped the NFT part. They got back on and funded at 1.2 million. But I've also interviewed pro players in the space that say that game is not quite the game the market's looking for. And that's what I did. I did the research, man. I did the research to kind of scour the whole landscape of all the newbies coming to market, all of the ones that have come across in the past 10 years. We audited, worked with pro players, and we solved that problem. But again, even having a superior game right now is not enough. And that was another big conclusion I came to, was you still have to penetrate the fact that people have been collecting these cards for 30 years, convincing their moms or their spouses that these damn things are an investment. They're holding on to nostalgia. They're holding on to addiction at scale, cardboard. So they're going to fiercely defend that big pile of cardboard in the corner. How do you fight that? How do you fight advertising dollars that you don't have to educate the market? So when you're facing a Hasbro or you're facing a Nintendo putting out $10 million a quarter advertising, I don't know how much they spent, that's just a guess. But if you're fighting that large of an ad budget, what are ads? Ads educate the market. Ads raise interest in product, and that interest is moved to a game store, a retail store where they purchase product. So when you spend enough, you get enough customers, is the name of that equation. And we don't have that right now. So I had to think a little bit more strategically. How do we work around the problem rather than try to solve the problem? And that's growing organically. Taking the 37 that we currently have, I think we're going to probably hit around 45 to 50 by the end of the month, and reinvest that into red carpet events at the local game stores, man. Just, we're going to sponsor a cosplayer. We're gonna fund the prize pool to bring people into those stores. We're gonna buy some Papa John's pizza through our partnership with from the Barrio Foundation. They have a partnership with Papa John's, so we're gonna be providing pizzas for people to get together. We're gonna have a great time, man. It's gonna be fun.
I'm sorry to jump in here, but I want to interject. While you're on the topic of bringing people in real life into crypto, I want to recommend one that you check out pulseswitch.io and create an account for what you're building, and you can list it as a project account so that people understand that it's a project that you're working on. But maybe there's a possibility for you to maybe earn and benefit from promoting pulseswitch.io, which brings people into the Web3 industry, because it's a social media platform that's going to allow everybody to speak freely. Like, there's not going to be banned accounts, no blocking. The timeline is not going to be controlled by an algorithm, everything like that. It's basically going to be the future of crypto social media. And, our goal is to create that natural organic growth with it, where we give visibility to people who are just trying to create, whether it's crypto or not. It's just a social media platform. But, this is a great opportunity because we want to introduce crypto to people who are not investors, people who are not in the industry. And I believe that this is going to be a way that we can introduce it to people in the real world that's not going to intimidate them, but also allow them to see the fun that we have as investors in crypto, just creators in general. And also, just another place for us to connect communities so people can check out what you're doing, and you're going to get an outside perspective. But I do want to also include, we've had Rabbi with his hand up for like an hour. That thing's got to be getting tired. And then we do also have Deep Three. But guys, go check this out. He has a pinned post up above. So definitely check out what he's got going on. And it sounds like there's going to be some interesting things in 6 to 8 months. I'm definitely going to check that out if you guys drop some NFTs. And I think that My Name is Mud is going to be a great connect in the space for you. So definitely hit him up and link up with him. But if
Yeah, I'll check that out, man. Thank you so much for giving me some stage time. It's great to meet everybody. And then until December 3rd, we are live on Kickstarter. We're doing our very first release, and those will be only a very limited print run. So if you're talking the language of scarcity, it's still gonna be a while before you could take these to the store and trade them in, but technically these would be the ones that in the future we're working hard to make some of the most valuable that we'll ever print out. But thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And thank you for coming to the space and checking us out. If you want to check out Beyond the Blockchain Telegram group, we have a group for these spaces in Telegram where you're free to just drop whatever you want. So you can join the Telegram. You can share any updates on the project and what you're building and what you got going on. And it's free to just jump in and share and connect with other communities. And then, like I said, definitely check out pulseswitch.io. It's an opportunity to, get out there, and we are the leading influencers for a brand new social media platform. So it's an opportunity for us to connect with other communities that maybe we don't see on X, or, are overshadowed. But Zach, unless you got something to say or jump in, should we go to Rabbi?
Yeah, you can go to Rabbi in the Deep Three.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I have a coin to tell you about and a project to share with you. The coin is Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. The ticker's Bitcoin. It's on Ethereum. We've been around since May 2023. It's one of the OG meme coins. It's amazing. You want to buy it, you want it in your wallet. As for me, I'm Rabbi Rothschild. If you don't know who I am, you will. I stream my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. I've been doing so for more than 4 years. My streams go back to the pandemic. We've seen the death of a queen, the birth of AI, the coronation of a king, and everything in between. This is a real life Truman Show, a real life Big Brother. This is a timeline and a time capsule of human achievement. In the 1990s, Bill Gates coined the phrase content is king, and I'm making it true today. I'm king of the internet. This is the biggest event in global history, and here's why. In 2018, The Economist magazine stated that data had overtaken petroleum as Earth's #1 resource, and I have more data archived on the internet than any person ever, which is making me a very influential individual. I'm going viral, and when I do, I want to make you, your friends, your family all financially independent if you're not already. I want to ensure that you have generational wealth if you don't already, and I want you to be able to start charities and philanthropic organizations of your own. I'm unlike any influencer that you will ever meet. I'm not live on one YouTube stream nor two. I'm live on over 20 simultaneous YouTube streams 24 hours a day. You can watch my life from 360 degrees. I even have a ceiling camera. If you want to check out these streams, the link is in my profile. Additionally, in my pinned post, you're also going to find a link to my link tree in the pin post. I dare you to look at my link tree. Nobody dares you to look at their link tree, but I do because I have more social media than any person and I have more content than any person. You'll also find a link to my Discord, discord.me/rabbi. We have over 2,500 people in the community. We're extremely strong and we're continuing to grow every day. I want you to know, in addition to making you all wealthy and promoting world peace, I want to help end world thirst through the use of world hunger, pardon me, through the use of technology such as agricultural drones, floating greenhouses, saltwater greenhouses, hydroponics, vertical farming, cloud seeding. I also want to help end world thirst. I'm sponsored by this cryptocurrency. It's worth anywhere between $50 and $100 million. And one of the things that we do is we build wells in developing nations such as Nigeria for the benefit of the less fortunate. Additionally, I'm an advocate for the Life Straw program and most importantly, desalination technology, where we pump earth seawater onto land to make it drinkable. If you're a reply guy, if you're a Web3 marketer, if you're a moderator, a shiller, a raider, and you want a free friend, mentor, teacher in the Web3 space, I'm here to connect with you. Send me a DM, I will respond. Send me a follow, I will follow you back. I want you all to know that I'm here to support you both personally and professionally. I'm here to be a positive person in your life. I'm here to have an optimistic view on the future. And most importantly, I want to give people hope. And with that, I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to share.
Yo, peace, brother. I'd like you to drill me a beer well right now. I'm running out. And you should also get over to PulseSwitch.io.
He forgot the site because he hasn't been on it. He's working on it though. Don't worry. His excuses are like assholes. Everybody's got one. But yeah, definitely get on PulseSwitch.io. But I do want to say also, if you want to share something up in the Jumbotron or the Zacatron, as Zach calls it, go ahead and put something up there as well. Definitely appreciate you coming up. And we're here every Friday, and Crispy and I host on Tuesdays. I think Zach may end up getting into the Tuesday spaces here and there. It all depends on his kids and hockey and practice and games and all that shit. So definitely join us again on Friday nights.
Yeah, I just connected with Mud. Mud, what's up, brother? I see you in the audience too. I didn't see you in there earlier. Taking a look at your project, and brother, I'm feeling synergy. I think you're right in calling out that that alignment between what we're up to. Yeah, and if there's complementary tech to take this to the next level, it's quite valuable right now, man. So I'd love to talk. Hit me up in DMs, bro.
That's
awesome.
what this space is about. That's awesome. Go ahead, Shelby.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say like that's why we host these spaces. That's why we make it free to show. I mean, we do have sponsorship spots and we give you, posts all week. We really go above and beyond for anyone who wants to sponsor the show. But honestly, like you can come up and do a short little show, and it's all about building community. Without community, you got nothing. So it's so important that you visit and you do talk and you share your what you're building, your feelings on crypto, whether Web2, Web3, whatever you're doing. And that's what Pulse Switch again is about. So anyway, we keep bringing it back to that, but it really is, the heartbeat of what we're trying to do. And that's bring people together so that you all can build. We can't build without you. So, let's help you find the people that you need as well.
Hi, I'm Warp Soul. Hello. I love what you guys are saying. I'm here. I'm new here. I don't post a lot on Twitter, but I do art. I have like 230,000 followers on Instagram. But when it comes to building a community in the crypto sphere, I don't know exactly how to go about that. I mean, do you guys have any tips or ideas on how to build a community around surrounding art and NFTs and things of that nature?
Absolutely, we do. The best recommendation I can give you is jump into the Beyond the Blockchain group and contact either myself, Zach from Subway, and even people like My Name is Mud. like Beyond the Blockchain group is where we're connecting people and helping each other out. Like there's different people that can benefit you, and you can benefit them, and it's kind of like a place where we can mutually work together and create what we want to create. So if you need help, direction, guidance, Zach from Subway is absolutely the man to go to. In my opinion, he's got all aspects of this entire space figured out, and it's been great to follow him. So I would hit us up and Beyond the Blockchain.
Thank you very much. Zach from Subway, his little profile picture, it's kind of scaring me a bit. Is he here?
He
Hey,
is.
I was going to jump in because speaking of profile pictures, I've noticed that Extra Johnson updated his profile picture.
Yeah, he did. But Zach from Subway just actually
here.
doxed himself.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
he's
here.
Let's go.
Yeah, I got to bring my kids to the store too. So Sylvester's helping hold the space down. You know, kids and friends. Sometimes they got to get out of the house too. But yeah, hit me up, man. Got a huge network in the space. Can help you in any kind of direction you want. But I will mute because I got the kids in the back. But I'm excited to see Mud up here, dude. At first, Mud, I thought this dude was part of your team when he was speaking. I was like, is
Yeah,
he
I thought
fucking
so
with me?
too. Yeah, I agree. Because the way like his idea for the project is very in line with what you guys have already built. And I'm like, I thought he was kind of like soft trolling and soft shelling a little bit for D&D 721.
No, but I'm very excited to, meet you, Elder Mage, and I'm checking out your profile right now and looking through.
Yeah,
some of the
brother,
stuff
I'm
you're
running
making.
this whole program through a Google form and a well-programmed ChatGPT bot. So if you could digitize that and pre-mint, we've got something pretty damn big on our hands. And I don't have the technical resources at the moment. That's one of our stretch goals, is to build up to outsource it. But hell, if the technology's there and the money's there, I mean, let's just go fast. That's how my entrepreneurial mind works. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, but I've, in my 40 plus years, have become quite disciplined at seeing the opportunities and making the right connections. And I don't know, I've been in a time frame of manifestation. I know it sounds a little hippy dippy, but we've made a lot of good choices this time around. A lot of my career's worth of work is coming full circle. And I stayed out of the technology space because I am not a developer, right? So I've built several projects that have failed gloriously because the fail point was always relying on developers to come to the table and not being able to get that to market fast enough before losing their interest or the project fizzling out or a big competitor being educated by what we were doing and then closing in the gap on that market opportunity. And that's been kind of like the track record that I've been going through. And I waited long enough and I'm like, let me bring it back to my own core talent as an artist, my love for trading card games. I see a huge market problem that nobody thinks is there in the real world, but it is there. And now I see making a tech play as 10xing the growth potential of what we're doing. So I was looking, I love what you're building, man. Tell me more. I'm done talking. I talk too much.
Well, I don't want to hijack the space unless, Sylvester, if you'd like me to give a short spiel.
No, this is a show space. Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear it.
Yeah, send it.
D&D 721 is exactly what it sounds like. It's Dungeons and Dragons, and we did digitize the tabletop game into an NFT series. It is already built. It's already minted. It is 10,000 playing cards that are in NFTs. We released the first wave of 2,500 cards on the base chain. And the cards are already being used by other members of the community. And that's the entire purpose of it, is to have a digital community available of players who can get one of their cards, and it gives them the foundation of their hero to then play in live games with the rest of the community. It gives them their race and their class and their armor. It used an algorithm that I built to randomize their stats at the time that it minted, as well as some random abilities. And all of that is on chain. So they can then have their card, play with it, or trade it for other cards. If you get a elf wizard and you don't want to be an elf wizard, you want to be a dwarf barbarian,
Yeah.
great. Go trade the cards with someone else who wants to trade with you. Or you can, instead of minting a random card, you can go to the OpenSea and you can buy any number of cards that have been listed up on there. And then we have been doing some other things. This is kind of our most recent update on our website at dnd721.com. Not only can you go there to get the latest news or listen to the latest podcasts, because all of these games are recorded, edited professionally by a sound editor, and uploaded as a podcast that everyone can listen to and have for audio entertainment. We have also been now releasing blog posts that include the adventure that the community goes on. And these are individuals like Couch Adventure, Barkoshi, Deathwish from Raid Sharks. Like all these guys have come and they've played in games and they go on adventures. And then I go through and I also create a series of AI generated art that matches their NFT character to the story, showing the things that they did throughout their adventure. And that's all then contained in a single blog that they can go and check out and show off to their friends and tell their friends, hey, I've been in a podcast. I was, I'm on radio, Mom.
We're on the same wavelength, dude. This is uncanny. So it was about a little over a year and a half ago. I was streaming on X Spaces. I had programmed a custom ChatGPT bot with a ton of my lore that I was working on at the time. And I had to generate the story, but I also had the audience participating and making decisions. And I would have it, like we're at the town square. Let's look at the board full of, obviously we're going to find our mission, or we're going to go in the bar and meet a creepy person in the corner. You can't barely see them. They're smoking a little cigarette, and it's like, what the hell are they up to? Let's go talk to them. Oh, they've got a quest. We'd go on the journey, fight the bad guy, claim the treasure, take an hour or two. And even for like the introverted who didn't really want to get up on stage, they could still throw the emoji up to go left, throw the thumbs down to go right, or what, you know what I mean? Like we could make those types of choose your own adventure. We recorded it, and I had a soundboard, and we would throw those adventures on the blog and tag everybody in the so dude, it sounds very familiar. Our strategic approach to content creation and community building. I love it.
Yeah, that's so much fun. And we've done it a little bit different. We have had the community games and people get to participate, and it's all theater of the mind, so that it's not video game style. It's very much
Sure, right.
We're talking, we're building it together. But the community also gets involved because they're able to use our token to sponsor items to the heroes, or what happens more often than not, they sponsor monsters that they want me as a dungeon master to throw at my players, and then my players get to deal with extra monsters and bad guys bought by the community.
So the way, the rational entrepreneurial part of my mind is jumping to new conclusions. One, D&D 721 is a standalone project with its own IP focused on the D&D product. I don't even know if there's a possibility of white labeling or branching that to potentially bring that model to Mage TCG. And we work out some sort of shared equity agreement in that software licensing or whatever the hell the right legal format, I have no idea, would be. Because, dude, I do see it. And like I said, we've got hundreds of art ready to go for NFT minting. We've got several different revenue streams planned on the contract. Licensing deals with retail, merch, and you name it, all coming down and even rolling this thing into movies and TV when the timing's right. But I'm bottlenecked by the technology right now. I don't need it, because like I said, we're growing organically in IRL. But again, if you're able to double dip, why leave money on the table? So where are you guys positioned at with your hardware? Is that even a feasible thing, or is it already pretty much a full-time running this and maintaining what you got going on?
When you talk about hardware, the NFT series is released. So we have released the first quarter wave of cards, but they are still purely digital cards. They have not been released as physical playing cards that a person could get,
Right,
because
right.
every NFT is a one of one card.
Yep. No, I understand that part. I understand. What I meant is the software for the website, for the character creation process. That's what I'm looking at as being something our community could use to create the card and get that into the pipeline so that we can do what we do on the card game side, but also a digital character creation layer that can plug into the future digital version of the game, and then also bridge that gap for us into the NFT land. And that's been the other technological barrier for me making a Web3 play. So I see all three coming from your team, but I guess my question is your full-time commitment and effort into scaling and maintaining D&D 721, or is there a potential for a branch to solve that technology need that I have?
I'm absolutely positive that everything at least warrants discussion. On the technical aspect, a lot of it is me just learning how to do it as I go. But we have also been extremely blessed by other members of this community who have been working on it with us as part of our community. Jimmy from Chewy Swap, he's the one who built our website, the smart contract, and the D app.
That's awesome.
And we're also working closely with Bargoshi, who is actually building, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, D&D Beyond. He's building a custom D&D Beyond that is Web3 integrated that our NFTs will fit into. So he would be another great person for us to connect with and see, is he available? Does he have the bandwidth? And what kind of crosswork could be done there?
Yeah, because missing context in my line of questioning is we've built out a fantasy universe that goes back 65 million years, but it actually moves us into the year 2150, where we open a rift in space, people become magically enhanced and become mage. It's also post-apocalyptic, sci-fi, fantasy, horror themed, so it's a little darker than your Legend of Zelda days and Magic the Gathering. But we've got a deep storyline, and we're launching our first book. It's a 340-page, fully illustrated backstory and world Bible and rule book combination. And if you're familiar with J.R.R. Tolkien and Lord of the Rings, he wrote a book called The Silmarillion. If you're familiar with the Bible, there's numerology, the Silmarillion. They're deeper lineages that produce books like Lord of the Rings, because you're able to tell a story based on the origin of that universe. And that's our Silmarillion is what's launching. So it's setting the stage for writers to come into this space and produce new media from it, right? So you're going to see, like I said, down the road, TV and movies, but in the short term, comic books, new books, new short stories, poetry readings, and more. And people can write and create content for that universe. So I don't know, when you talk about character creation in D&D, I'm like, well, what if a news story was the backbone for all of that? What if we got people behind a different IP, a news story, a fresh story with familiar mechanics? So yeah, dude, I'd be down in a big way to have that conversation.
When you talk about being on the same wavelength, that's exactly it, because it is just using Dungeons and Dragons mechanics, but the world and the story being told is all homebrewed, and all of these adventures that our heroes go on are in a existing homebrewed world that I created for them.
Nice.
So it is exactly that, where we're not taking IP from other existing, Wizards of the Coast or anything like that, but creating a new unique story, and the community gets involved and goes on these adventures, and that has cross ties into the main campaign that my team plays, and they get to have these interactions and Easter eggs of one show hints at another show and one adventure hints at another adventure. So all kinds of amazing stuff.
Very cool.
I dig this line of thought. This is all really fun stuff to me.
I knew you were going to love it, Mud.
Yeah, I felt I envisioned that also when I heard Mage talking earlier. I'm like, yeah, like I knew you guys were gonna like get along very well. I mean, this is beyond the blockchain. Um, in this space, everybody knows, and in any space, your network is your net worth, and it's pretty cool. Like watching IRL connections, coming together live in space. You guys should definitely hook up in the back channel. Make sure you guys are sending DMs. If you're not on Telegram, Mage, get on there. I know you guys can talk about a lot of stuff. Sounds like you guys are already like spitballing ideas and the gears are turning right now. But
Yeah,
if
sorry
anyone
to,
else would like to
sorry
come
to
up,
occupy so much of your space, brother.
nah, it's all good. Like that's what it's here for. We're gonna see if anyone else would like to come up. If
do
not,
have
I mean,
three
we can
that's
keep the
been up here.
conversation going.
Yeah, we do have Deep 3 that's been up here. So let's give Deep 3 Labs a chance to share what's going on, and then we also have Chuck from Fire Chicken. So what's up, Deep 3?
Yeah, hey guys, my name's Owen. I'm like the social media guy for Deep 3 Labs. But my God, like your space is great. Like there's a lot of great people on here. I especially like your Elder Mage TCG thing here because I know you probably danced around it a bit, but I do like the heavy inspiration of the art from the magic stuff, particularly like the flavor text. Like I love the one you pinned up there, the Aurelius. I love white. So white angels, that's like my shit. So I love that.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
But no, I'd like to kind of talk about in a way what we're building. And I have been checking out your pulse switch there in the background as I've been listening, and it's cool. I'm gonna try to sign up after this, but we're in the kind of in the same boat where we just kind of launched our own platform. It's called Hoku.deep3.ai if you wanted to check it out, but it's a little bit different than your average crypto trading platform because what we've done is we've built our own machine learning algorithms, not like what you'd understand like ChatGPT, frontier LLMs. We don't use any of that shit. We've designed a system that scans the blockchain in real time in order to give you trade signals that you can actually act upon. And it's in, I guess, what you'd call early stages. Like we don't have automation built into the app yet, but right now, like someone mentioned earlier, like if it's free, you're the product. But the thing is, like for us, we wanted to build a cool product before launching a token. So in a way, we're hoping people go out there and use this thing and then trade and make a lot of money and then post about us and then, have the product speak for itself. Right. So I assume that there's people on this space listening right now that like trade crypto and are engaged with the crypto space every day. And especially in the conditions right now, like shit's not looking too hot. But personally, like I suck at trading. Like I'm paper hands. Like I can't hold on to anything to save my life. And even then, I've been able to use Hoku myself and make every day like banger trades, like 20-30% in and out in like 20-minute kind of things. And it's great. I urge everybody to go try and use it and don't even listen to me. Like let the product speak for itself because we worked really hard on engineering something that truly works and there's nothing like it in crypto. I've been on spaces where they're talking about coins and then it all of a sudden starts trending. And it's like, if you weren't there on the space, you wouldn't have known about it and you would have missed the boat. You would have seen it on like Dex Screener or Dex Tools later and you would have thought like, shit, I missed the pump. But not with Hoku. So I urge people to go test it out and I'll take any questions if anyone's like logged in and checking it out right now.
Yeah, that's definitely pretty neat. Is it something that you developed or you have like a team of people?
Yeah, so I'm the social media manager. I am not the developer for this. We have a full team of so our CEO Daniel, he's like ex Google data scientist, machine learning developer for over like God, I think like 10-15 years. And then our main, like our CTO has he's like ex Apple developer. And then we also have like a lot of like, Fidelity and like MIT, Stanford, sort of like high echelon people that are very much smarter than me. I am just the mouthpiece talking to you because I have been in crypto since 2013 and like have lived on the internet forever. So I can speak the language that they don't.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I'm not a I'm not a builder either. I'm just a guy who knows things.
I just love how this fantasy card turned back into somebody telling me when to buy the bottom.
You
Well,
should just
you never
buy it.
know.
Every time, all-time highs are bottom or future bottoms. So think about it that way.
And Jim Cramer is a great call. Like, he called the top. He nailed that shit. And then he just said earlier that he was bearish on crypto. I think like 12 hours ago he said he was bearish on crypto. So I'm buying. Yeah, I'm buying everything. And might have to take a look at Deep 3 Labs. I know I've been seeing you around the space. I saw you on Joe on Chain spaces on Tuesdays and the Shill spaces. So I've heard a good amount about you, but yeah, definitely keep up grinding and building. And we'd love to see you back here every Friday night, every Tuesday night. We're out here 7:30 p.m. Eastern every week, Tuesdays and Fridays right now. So stay tuned. Join Beyond the Blockchain and definitely drop links in there. Any updates that you got. We have a Telegram group. It's pinned up in the top. I shared a post from myself. It's about Nova, but it has all the links. And I think I shared one from Nick Crypto that has all our links as well. But it has pulseswitch.io. It's got Beyond the Blockchain. All the links that you need to get involved in our community. This is how we're going to grow. I mean, it's very obvious that the space needs a change. We look at communities in the past like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, like those massive projects that just built a community. Well, the community can be multiple tokens. It doesn't have to be a community of one token. Why does it have to be that way? We can have multiple communities together and working together to grow all of our projects. This isn't a PvP thing. There's so many people in the world that we need to onboard to crypto. So team up as groups of great projects, great builders, great communities, and cross network. This isn't PvP anymore. Like, the game is over. The
I have some
bullshit is over.
questions. I have a question for Deep Labs there. So I'm on your site. Can you explain like what the trading clusters are?
Yeah, for sure. Because honestly, that's probably the most interesting part of the app. So the trading clusters are the product of our machine learning algorithms. We've basically picked out and identified individual trading behaviors. And if you're in that trading clusters section, you can click the little eye next to all of them, and then it'll show the breakdown of how many wallets we've identified, what their, I think it's like holder score is, so how often there are to like sell a coin, how profitable they are, that sort of thing. And then from there, we're able to say, well, these are the amount of things they're buying and selling right now. And when multiple trading clusters are trading the same token, we're able to say, okay, do we think it's going to go up or down from here?
Okay, because I was wondering what's the what makes the cluster, because they don't really seem to be like in like things like RWA or like cross-border platform, or they kind of seem to be
They're wallets themselves. So they're actual like wallets that have been identified on chain that aren't just like, smart contracts or typically,
these are okay,
but
yeah.
they're real wallets.
And It's like live also. Like it's active. Like I've seen this one, like Trading Cluster 5 in particular. Like I watched it exit a position and like move it into another position, you know?
Yeah, so that's because, we're scanning it in real time. So there's it depending on the network you're looking at, like BNB tends to be the hottest one because it's faster and like costs less to transact, right? So you'll find that there's a lot more of like like all the clusters will be populated, it'll be bussing, there'll be action happening. But you go over to like ETH, sometimes of the day, like some of the clusters aren't even full because I think there's not as much just happening in real time, and it kind of makes sense. Like that's why we filter by 1 hour and then a 6 hour time frame. But you're able to really see, like I've front ran the app itself, and I've bought like a few tokens that have come out that before even like people shilled it on Twitter or on X, I guess now. But it's been real crazy. I made it was RCHV on Binance. I saw it trending on one of the clusters, and then I bought it, and then like, oh god, it went like crazy, and it like sold off, and then I rebought the dip, and it keeps going up, and I thank Hoku for that.
And you were
It
just saying
happens
you're not
every
much
day.
of a trader.
No, I'm not. Like it's really like I've been like ostriching, like not trading, like have my head in the sand for god years now, and like by virtue of the role I've been put in as like, the social media guy for Deep3, it's like, I'm in the best position to use the app and then go tell people about it. And thank God I've used it to great success, right? So it works. And you don't even have to trust me because there's back testing in the app. If you go to Trade Signals and there's in the history tab, you can go see every call the AI has made, and it'll show you the results of what it was wrong, what got right. And even before we released it, the results we were getting was like 93% accurate, which if you think about trading, that's
Really
nuts.
excellent. Yeah. It's almost perfect.
So
I just have one question about you just saying that you front run the app.
So what I mean by that is, so the way that the order of operations, I guess you could call it in the app, is if something's trending in one of those trade clusters, it doesn't always mean that a trade signal is going to happen. So what I mean is I bought when it showed up in that trend, like the cluster trends tab, before it showed up in Trade Signals and before I guess people started posting about it.
Yeah, before it started trending.
Yeah, exactly.
But all users have access to that same information that you use, that you just made your decision.
Theoretically, yeah. But when you connect your app, like wallet, to the app in the dashboard section, you're able to see like actual personalized calls that aren't just on for everyone, like everyone. It's just for you. So there is like a degree of personalization in there.
Okay, so the cluster itself is just say Trading Cluster 1. Or is that reading the same information as like Trading Cluster 2, or is it looking at something completely different because Cluster 2 is looking at, its own thing?
So we're looking at the wallets in those clusters that we've identified. Like what the cluster is a group of wallets that we've
How
identified.
many wallets are in a cluster then?
It depends. There's smallest ones we've identified around 10,000, and then it goes all the way up to like 1 million on some of them, over 1 million, depending on like just the granularity of the behaviors that we were able to identify.
And it's not really like specifying like one chain over another, like BNB over Ethereum. It's just looking at what the wallets are into.
Well, on those, no, it is chain specific. Like I guess if you have like, because they're all EVM chains, like you assume that the same person ends up controlling that wallet, right? But the way that you might not end up being in Trading Cluster 5 on every single chain, for example.
Yeah, I've noticed that not all the clusters are the same.
They're definitely not. They're all very different. It's really wild because you can go into the actual Token Cloud Explorer and see the 3D visualization of what the clusters actually look like, and it's like the universe on chain. It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
the
I
product
think
of
it's really neat. I'm gonna have to dig into that like a lot more. You should
Yeah.
definitely get on Pulse Switch and set up the account. Like you're leading the social media profile over there. Like go ahead and get you and your team set up over there. It's
Yeah,
free.
I have to.
It's
I
the
just
pro.
have to get access to we have a specific admin account that I don't have control over. I have to talk to our CEO about that. But I'm on board. You don't have to convince me.
Yeah,
Get a
and
fake email address.
nobody tonight has mentioned it, and nobody ever mentions it. I feel like I'm the only person who ever says it.
Buy Bitcoin.
But Pulse Switch is still in beta right now. So what you see now is not the finished product. We need to get the numbers up before we can move into app development. Like I know once it hits the App Store, that's when people become interested because it's hard to go to a website on your browser, whatever it is that you're into.
Oh, we're so close.
Yeah, we are very aware of this.
Cyrus, I think I brought it up earlier when I hit up Zach and I was like, what's the user count right now? You know,
Yeah,
he said
this is
145. And I said, yeah, that's 145 people on Pulse Switch. And it's like, this is the bare bones. This is the beginning. This is the small community that's here right now. The people that are here right now, inviting people to the space. We're using X as our advertisement. When X is just like any of the other social media platforms there, well, the part of crypto involvement in all the social media platforms is like a tiny speck of them. Like X is like you got professionals. Like I don't even know anything about X or Twitter. Like I only joined here just for crypto Twitter, which is like, what do I have for followers? Cyrus Penguin Spoons,
Penguin Spoon.
Penguin Spoon's he won't follow anybody. He doesn't want to be here.
Actually, he does follow people on Pulse Switch.
I do follow people on
But not
Pulse
on
Switch.
X.
He does. And it's just like, okay, there needs to be a space where everybody in crypto, like there is no specific space where everybody just can go to just for specific crypto information, community involvement, engagement, everything.
Pulse Switch.
Like that. Yeah, that's going to be Pulse Switch. Crypto Twitter is what it is right now. It's a separation. Everybody thinks that they're in crypto Twitter right now, hosting spaces, gaining followers, gaining, more engagement from the top. I don't know what you got KOLs and everybody else.
This is the problem,
And-
Chester. People don't
What?
know what they want until you show them. Plain and simple. How do you think Apple became such a big company?
I didn't know I wanted Deep Labs or Deep 3 Labs product until I seen it. Like it looks really cool. I see him with his hand up. What's going on?
Well, actually, I had a question about the Pulse Switch because I find it really interesting. Because, the end state of what we're doing at Deep3 doesn't pertain to crypto trading. It's just unfortunately the lowest hanging fruit because, unfortunately, in our industry, it's really financialized. But the technology, what it can do is it's a lot, right? Like we're talking about building NFT trading card games on chain. There's so much you can do with that, with like data analytics and machine learning, and it pained my heart when you guys said earlier that there's not going to be an algorithm on Pulse Switch. But at the end of the day, what we really don't like is we don't trust to the X algorithm. We don't trust all these corporate algorithms because they're in the hands of. It's like a black box. You don't understand it. You don't see what's in it. But what we're trying to build is a place where like you can design your own algorithm on using our data on chain, and it's all, you know, you fully control it. And if there's an algorithm out there that, you know, isn't behaving right, you'd be able to vote and like influence it yourself. So there's definitely a lot of work to be done, but I just wanted to ask myself about Pulse Switch, like how much of it is on chain? Because I see the Connect wallet part. Is that just to like log in, or like
That's
are the posts on chain?
that is the ultimate goal at the end of it, for everything to be on chain. So I'm building it out. The Wall Connect is not functioning yet. I'm about 90% there, but there's some other features I want to get on board. Now, let's go back to the algorithm. I know that's a concern. My job is to provide you with a platform to push people to your project or someone else's project. So I don't need to be the algorithm. The algorithm for me is the community that pushes the content to make you bigger. That's the best way I see fit for Pulse Switch. It's based off of user demand, right? Someone loves your post, they go retweet it, tell all their friends. You know, networking is the key, and they drive content to your platform. And then whatever you do on your algorithm side is your thing. My job is just to get people to see what your project's about. That's the way I look at it. And try to keep it simple. Simple user engagement and just drive networking back and forth. Like, I don't, you know, like X, like you want to get that extra promotion, they charge you. Do you want, you know, so say you're a company, right? So I don't know if you missed this earlier, but I put on there you can do badges. So like you being okay, Deep3 gets a profile on Pulse Switch, switches it to project, right? You go on personally, you can use a fake email address. It doesn't even matter, right? And now you're part of that company. Deep3 can create a badge for you, give it to yourself, and then you can go out there and network, and people know you're with that company. On X, that costs $10,000. On Pulse Switch, it's nothing, just premium count. So basically, I'm taking all the best features I love from X and implementing them on Pulse Switch. There's reels, there's all kinds of stuff, like literally bringing everything I love about all these different platforms into one, and it's to help everyone. So for me, the algorithm means nothing. We built an AI bot that will regenerate a post for you if that first engagement post doesn't work. You can go back 2 hours later, hit it, basically revive, pops up with a button that says revive. AI Ashley, which is part of Nova, will redo that tweet for you, do an AI image, a whole new post, and hopefully you get more engagement off of that. So it's kind of like a redo, like a click of a button. So I'm looking at all these aspects I wish these different platforms had and bringing it all into one. So I'm not reinventing the wheel, I'm just perfecting the wheel. That's really my goal. So for algorithms, to me, it doesn't matter. For me, it's user based. If you become the biggest account on Pulse Switch, is because you have community backing you up and they love your product. It's not because Elon Musk set the algorithm to love your stuff more because he's making a buck off of you.
And that's like the important thing, right? Is because we don't trust algorithms because we feel like they've lost the personal touch. Like the company's got like their hands in the cookie jar too much. If you want to think about it, like that's more what we're trying to solve. So all I was trying to suggest is maybe, you know, leave the AI work. Like if maybe we could talk together and there is a world where you could leave the AI work to us and then we make it like the best, you know, social it can be. Because at the end of the day, the biggest companies on the planet have all used their own data to, you know, serve their customers better. You know, Amazon didn't get to where it is, Google didn't get to where it is because their product is just good. They've had lots of competition where they all use machine learning on some level.
Right.
You're absolutely right. And like you said before, we all feel like they've reached that point to where we don't trust them anymore.
No, that's entirely the point. So I don't know. Like for me, I've been in the weeds a little too much on it. And like I know what we're about, but maybe there's like a way we can like set something out on the side and like talk further.
Yeah, I would definitely like to set something up. In a few minutes, I'm going to send you a DM. That way we can start a conversation in the back channel.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Did Sylvester, I don't know if you're sleeping, probably. He's been up for like 25 hours. Did we get to pump Vision Arts?
No, we got Pump Vision Arts. It looks like Fire Chicken dropped down. But shut up.
Oh. That should be interesting. I love the reverb. The echo. Pump, 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 pump. Pump, pump, pump,
What's
pump,
good?
pump,
What's
pump,
good? What's good, guys? What's good, guys?
Gotta pump it up.
So I just wanted to give a quick show of myself, right? If that's all right, with you guys. So I'm actually building a brand. We'll create meme content and design websites for crypto projects and Web3 developers and all that. So if you guys ever need any of that, to me, just send a quick DM or drop a follow. I'll get you as soon as possible.
Sounds great.
I think he's eating his mic.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it's a little echoey.
Okay, I'll stop. Sorry.
My head was hurting. It's too late for that. So anyways, this has been a great space tonight. I think it's a great time to close it down. We've been going since 7:30. I guess if I wasn't working so much today, I'd probably keep it open for longer. But thank you all for showing up, showing out, bringing your projects. Everyone, definitely join Pole Switch. I know we've talked about it all night. Usually don't promote all kinds of things, but this is for everybody, right? I'm getting really nothing off of it. It's really just to help everyone grow. And my God, I want to compete with Elon and Google and all of them. God, it feels good to be the underdog. Right?
Yeah,
I talked
there were a lot
to
of good
Elon
comments.
yesterday. He's gonna sell Twitter, sell X, and buy Pole Switch.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be actually pretty epic. But I would sell it to
Yeah,
a platform.
Mud, hopefully you're talking to or at least starting up a conversation with Mage over there. Deep 3 Labs. I sent you a message. It literally says, "What's up?" So if another Cyrus Silverspoon said, "Hello, sir," with a wavy hand emoji, then it's not me, because that's the most scammery shit you can do.
So true. That's another thing on Pole Switch. Speaking of scams, well, I can't really help you on that one, but there'll be no banning, no blocking, no shadow ban, none of that crap that they do on X. So it's all about you guys. I love it. It's been a great night. I am going to go ahead and shut this down, and we'll catch you on the next Beyond the Blockchain. Any last words from the panel?
Yeah, jump in the Beyond the Blockchains Telegram so you can stay up to date with our spaces. Just network, get in there and talk, and grab a bag of Nova. Just telling you, be better to be safe than sorry, because Zach is building, and there's something special about this. We're not just a community of people looking to get rich. We're a community of people who care for each other. We talk to each other daily. No matter what time of the day it is. I just went to work at 1:30 a.m. last night. It's 10 p.m. right now. I'm going on like 21 hours. And I'm exhausted, but I wanted to be here because this is like an extension of my family. These people have become a part of my daily life, and we're here to connect with people. Like, we want to grow, and there's so much bullshit in the space that it's time that we change and focus on what's real. And if we start to connect, join each other's communities, we can network and we can grow and we can expand, and all of our projects benefit. And that's the entire point of Pole Switch. So get on, create a free account, and get that free premium while you're the first 1,000 users. That's all I got.
That's right. That's what it takes. I mean, you can't sit in your own Telegram group thinking someone's going to find you. Unfortunately, that there was a great time where that, that kind of motivation would happen, but you're sitting on there. You're not really exposed to the social networking outside of your own little channel. So I hate to say that, but it's hard. You got to get out there, and that's the way to do it. It's just giving another platform to do that. And that's what it's all about, growing together, building, and having a great time doing it. Because even though when the market's going down, it's when I build even harder. It's really about, really just concentrating, perfecting, and keep going no matter what. It's crazy though. People love to see you win until you start winning. And then they get a little mad. And it's crazy. I don't know. To me, jealousy is a cancer. Just help everyone and push it to the moon. That's really what it comes down to. So I know I'm rambling on. We'll see you next Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join Pole Switch. We're on that all the time. And have a great night, everyone. Catch you on the next show.